Hi, we're in the BMW today. Let's go. Safety first. I hope the camera stays there. Ooh, she's scrapey. Cool, so we are in my BMW. It's a 2005 E46 330 diesel. The 204 horsepower engine, I'll have you know. It's got 155 on it. I don't think it's too bad. Oh, camera's moving. I've had it a couple of years, it needs a bit of work, it needs a bit of love, and that's what we're gonna do. So I've got some things to show you. Should probably get a camera mount, drive slow. We are off to workshop at the moment. We're gonna do a little bit on the car today. Oh, f me. This is not going well. Cut. So we're on our way to the workshop. We've got just a small job today, but we'll take you through that. Give you a little walk around the car, show you the terrible condition that it's in.
What the hell is even that?
And these videos are just going to be a bit of a blog and a bit of a vlog for... What's a blog? What's a vlog? What's the difference? I have no idea. There's a blog like a typey one, and a vlog is... Yeah, the vlog's this, the video. There's the camera. Anyway, but today we've got a non-working horn. Doesn't work. So we're a replacement at the moment. So we're going to change the horn today. We'll take you through that. I think this has had some sort of a map, something like that done to it. I'm not too sure. I know it's had the swirl flap delete on the intake. Quite a common thing that a lot of people do on these. The swirl flaps just break over time, and as these are 20-odd-year-old cars now, if they break off and then go through into the inlet manifold, they just cause all sorts of damage and stuff. So people do take them off and they just put a blanking plate over the top. Once the inlet's blanked off, a lot of people just go down the remap route. You can get a bit more power out of the car. Yeah, I think it's been done. It's not the quickest thing in the world, but it's definitely not the slowest. So we'll see. We'll get a map done at some point. A friend of mine just bought one of these as well, albeit a saloon. Needs a fair bit of work, very rusty, so that'll be featured on the channel at some point. Sort of shenanigans he gets up to. Also, sorry if the audio is a bit naff. It's a bit loud in here, and I'm only using the inbuilt mic on the camera because I'm a peasant and I haven't bought a mic yet. But yeah, I bought this car 2 years ago, something like that. I live on the south coast and went up to Glasgow to pick this up. You got to travel for these beauties. We took a plane, didn't take the plane, we got on the plane and sat down, and it flew, and then we landed, and then we got off the plane. Got a taxi. Didn't tell the buyer that though. Don't tell the buyers how far you're going for a car. Anyway, turned up there and I had to buy it because, well, it was that or get the plane back. Had a look around the car. It was in a lot better condition than it is now. The potential was there. It needed some work at the time. Things like the interior. I'm not a smoker, and it clearly had been an executive's car or something like that at some point in its life, and just whoever had this car previously was purely Thomas the Tank Engine, probably just chucking away. So once we got it back, took the whole interior out of the car, set for the dashboard and the door cards, things like that, and just gave it a real deep clean. It still stunk of smoke for a while actually, but now after all that time and us smelling so divine, it smells normal. Interior wise, we need a bit of work doing to it. We've got things like the gear stick I'd like to replace because the leather's starting to wear off on that. The steering wheel, I'd like to address around here. It's not bad, but it's just got that wear, that age wear. I'm not sure whether we're going to Alcantara that or if we're going to re-leather it, or we'll see what the options are. If you know any good options or any recommendations, then just pop them in the comments below. I'll certainly investigate those in terms of what we're going to do with that. I've seen some sort of like home kits with like the leather and you can stitch it, and you can get the M colours on the stitching and stuff like that, you know, the red and the blue. I don't know if I've got the patience for that, to be honest. But there we are. Just turning the heating down. Mrs. must have been driving this because, my God, it's like Mauritius. Actually, I've never been, so I don't know what it's like there. Is it hot? It's gonna be hot. I think it's hot. The reason I'm making these videos is just a bit of a log for myself, I think, than anything else. And why not? It's a bit of fun. Always wanted to give it a go and see everyone else doing it. You know, I'm not trying to be anyone else. I'm just going to be myself. If that's something that you guys like to watch and enjoy, even if you don't enjoy it, but they're more of a log for me, so I can, I don't know, look back and see what we've achieved with the car and things like that, and the progress. Alright, we're nearly at the unit now. Go see our good mate Lee. He's got a fabulous beard. If you're not familiar with these cars, so they are front engine rear wheel drive. This particular one is a 6-cylinder diesel. It has an open diff, which isn't great. Open diff means that when you accelerate, it feeds power to one wheel rather than both of the rear wheels. But an LSD will feed power to both wheels. Yes, am I right? Probably, I think so. And some people weld diffs, and you know, see that a lot in the drift community, and I suppose just yobbos driving around dangerously on public roads, which we don't condone. Don't point, that's rude. With welded diffs, when you just look like a twat. When you're driving slowly around corners, the back of the car's just going because it's forcing both wheels to turn. With an LSD, there's some science stuff in there which makes them turn at the same time, but at the right rotation. So if you're going around a corner, one wheel's going to be travelling further than the other when you turn that corner. With an open diff, you don't get that. You just get the power going to the wheel that needs it the most, basically. I don't really know what I'm talking about. This is just stuff that I've learned from, I don't know, just through working on cars for a little while. And it's something we're going to learn more. We can learn together. Be friends. Why are you wobbling? It's going to be fun. Let's go. We're here now. Bumper up, shall we? These two bolts, they've got Torx on the end. Because I'm a peasant, forgot all my tools, so I'm using these. I used a 9mm. Is it 9? Yeah, 9mm. Just a hex socket, and that did the job, so just head above. So just looking at what we've got, these two bolts here, to which they came up through these holes here into these brackets. So nice and simple, it's just purely those two bolts. Let's take off, well it is on mine anyway. I think normally what we should have is it clipped under here, but under trays and such, but where this has clearly been off before, she came straight off! New horns. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's see what we've got in here. We've got little brackets, bit of wiring, horn number 1 and horn number 2. Now I've gone for a high and a low horn. Focus as a high, it should be the low. Yeah. Otherwise, what you get, if you go for 2 lows, you're just going to get a deep, I don't know why I made noise then, a deep tone. And if you just get 2 highs, you're just going to have a really high pitch tone, like a Ferrari or something, which is no Ferrari. So we go for the high and the low to get that full-on tone that you want when you want to let somebody know of your presence, because that's the correct way to use a horn. Let's get to it. Okay, so with these horns, we can see the difference here. They've already got an existing bracket, so what I'm going to do is purely just going to take the bracket from here and switch it over to this one here. Let's go. So just a small tip on this as well. So these are the old horns that stopped working. When I took them off previously, I left the brackets on there and I put the bolts back onto the nuts as well. This was a while ago, so I know that I would have lost them between now and then. So it's good that we've done that, so we can just swap straight over, still with the bolts. We've got our horns on, they're all bolted up, wired up, good to go. Don't know why I'm doing that. Let's test it, see if it works. Woo! So if any of you are wondering why I just dumped the bumper on the floor earlier, it's because I'm not really worried. We're going to be painting it, I'll show you. It's had a hard life. I don't think it's ever been done before, so I'm not worried about a few extra chips or marks. Right, let's get it back on. Horns all done, finished up for the day. Thanks for watching the first video. We're going to put some more on, so do subscribe if you want to watch what goes on with this turd. And yeah, see you in the next one. Oh fuck me. Oh fuck.